Hello everyone, welcome back. Let us continue the chapter, The Lost Spring. On the ground, in large aluminium platters are more chopped vegetables. Now Mukesh, along with the authoress, visits his house. The authoress for the first time saw the condition of the people, the houses in which these people live. They live in shack, they live in huts. The conditions of the house is very bad. When they entered the house, a frail young woman is cooking the evening meal for the whole family. A frail young woman. The word frail means weak. Weak means like physically, she looks very weak, no healthy, no energy, no energetic. A weak woman is cooking meal for the whole family. Through her eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. Now she must be cooking on the earthen chulha. That is why a lot of smoke is there, and within that smoke, she smiles. Her eyes are filled with smoke. Now, who is this woman? She is the wife of Mukesh's elder brother. Mukesh has got one brother, elder brother. So that woman is the wife of Mukesh's elder brother. Not much older in years, she has begun to command respect as the Bahu, the daughter-in-law of the house, already in charge of three men, her husband, Mukesh, and their father. Now, this particular woman, she is not much older. She is of a very young age. But in this young age, she has been given a command to be called as Bahu, that is daughter-in-law of this house. And she is the in charge of three men, means she has to look after three men. One, her husband, second, Mukesh, and third, their father. Whose father? Mukesh and his elder brother, their father. When the older man enters, she gently withdraws behind the broken wall and brings her veil closer to her face. As soon as the older man, means as soon as the elder person of the house enters inside, what she should do? She has to go behind the broken wall, means she has to hide herself, and she has to cover her face. That is called, she has to bring veil closer to her face. Veil means she has to cover her face. That is called veil. Why? Because of the custom, tradition of the family. As custom demands, daughters-in-law must veil their faces before male elders. So whenever male elder enters the house, daughters-in-law have to cover their face, that is veil their face. Veil, the word, if you see this word veil, veil means cover the face. In this case, the elder is an impoverished bangle maker. But in this house, who is the elder? Mukesh's father. Who is he? He is an impoverished person. Impoverished means poor. He is a bangle maker. He is not a very rich man. He is not a very well-to-do person. He is a very impoverished man, very poor person. But still, daughter-in-law, Bahu, has to respect. Despite long years of hard labor, first as a tailor, then a bangle maker, he has failed to renovate a house, send his two sons to school. All he has managed to do is to teach them what he knows, the art of making bangles. Now, despite of long years of hard work, hard labor, this old man, the father of Mukesh and his elder brother, first he was working as a tailor, then he started bangle maker. But he has failed to renovate his house. Means he had been working hard since a long times. For the last many years, he had been working hard. First as a tailor, then as a now bangle maker. But still, he was not able to renovate his house. He was not able to send his two sons to school. All what he was supposed to do, or all what he has managed to do, is to teach his two children, two sons, how to make bangles. Only this thing he has told, or he has taught his son Mukesh and his elder brother, how to make bangles. It is his karam, his destiny, says Mukesh's grandmother, who has watched her own husband go blind with the dust from polishing the glass of bangles. Now, in the house, there is the grandmother of Mukesh. She says that it is his karam, it is his destiny. It was, it was written in his destiny that these all things only he will be doing. That is his karam. Grandmother says that she has seen her own husband who became blind. How? He was also engaged in bangle maker, making bangles. So, polishing the bangles, during polishing, while he was polishing the bangles, the dust used to come out, dust of glass powder. That glass powder must have been going into his eyes, and then he became blind. Can a God-given lineage ever be broken? She implies. Grandmother says that, can a person break a God-given line? Means God has given this profession to their family, making bangles. Who can break this profession? Who can break this lineage? Who can break this line? No. It is their family tradition. They have to continue it. Born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles. Where she says that as children are born in bangle makers family, in the caste of bangle makers, they can see nothing but only bangles. Where they can see bangles, they see bangles everywhere. Like for example, in the house, in the yard, in every other house, every yard, every street in Firozabad. Wherever you go, if you are born in the family of caste, if you are born in the caste of bangle makers, you have to engage yourself in making bangles. Spiral of bangles, sunny gold, paddy green, royal blue, pink, purple, every color born out of the 7 colors of the rainbow lie in the mounds in unkept yards, are piled on 4-wheeled handcarts pushed by young men along the narrow lanes of the shanty town. So the grandmother says that varieties of bangles are made. Spiral of bangles you have. Spiral of bangles are there, which has got every color. So many examples are given: royal blue, pink, paddy green, sunny gold, etc., purple. Every color, whichever you find in the rainbow, are there in the bangle. The bangles are made of every color. And these bangles are found piled on 4-wheeled handcart. These bangles are kept in a pile, means they are heap of bangles are there. Huge bangles are there. Means so many bangles are kept on the 4-wheeled cart. And that 4-wheeled handcart is pushed by young men in the streets of the shanty town, in this dirty town. And in dark hutments, next to lines of flames of flickering oil lamps, sit boys and girls with their fathers and mothers, welding pieces of colored glass into circles of bangles. Now, grandmother says that in the dark hutments, in the dark huts, shacks, next to lines of flames of flickering oil lamps, means inside the hut, it's dark, no electricity. So, boys and girls of young age, they sit next to flickering flames of oil lamp, means they sit near the oil lamp whose flames flicker. Sometimes it burns, sometimes it tries to get, it reduces its flame, again it burns. So the light is not so powerful. These young boys and girls, they sit in these flames of flickering oil lamp. Just imagine a dark room, no electricity, no light, and there is a small lamp lighted, and you are sitting under the light of that lamp. How much light, or how much you can see? How much distance can you see? It will be very difficult for you to manage yourself in that less light of the oil lamp. But these young children, young boys and girls, they take the help of this oil lamp whose flames are flickering, whose flames are burning. Sometimes they try to get low, again they burn, again they become low. These boys and girls, they sit and they do welding pieces of colored glass into circles of bangles. See, they take the bangles and they weld it and they make circles of these bangles, colored glass into circles of bangles. Means welding is done. Two pieces are done, two pieces are taken, they are welded and they are made into a circle of bangle. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. For the last many years, many months, these boys and girls, they had been doing this work in the night time. So their eyesight, their eyes had adjusted to this dark, then to the light which is outside. That is why they often end up losing their eyesight before they become adult. Before becoming adult, these young children, they lose their eyesight, they become blind. This is the reason why these people in this area, in this locality, Firozabad, turn to be blind very early. Savita, a young girl in a drab pink dress, sits alongside an elderly woman soldering pieces of glass. We have one example here. Savita, a young girl of sitting in a pink dress, sits along her, and a woman solders the pieces of glass, joins the pieces of glass. As her hands move mechanically like the tongs of a machine. Her hands are very quick like machines, tongs of machine. Her hands move very fast. I wonder if she knows the sanctity of the bangle she helps make. So the authoress thinks that Savita, as she makes or she solders the bangles very fast, does she know the sanctity? Means, does she know the purity of the bangles as to why bangles are worn by the woman? Does Savita know what is the importance of bangles? Now, the importance of bangles in our Indian tradition is, in our country, women wear bangle. The reason for it is given here. It symbolizes an Indian woman's suhag. Means, if a woman wears bangle, that means it symbolizes her suhag, means it shows that she is married and she has worn it for her husband. That is suhag. Auspiciousness in marriage. And whenever there is a marriage, girl, woman, bride has to wear bangle because it's considered to be an auspicious. Means auspicious means it is considered to be bringing some fortune, means it is considered to be bringing some good things. When the woman or when the bride wears bangles in the marriage, it will dawn on her suddenly one day when her head is draped with a red veil, her hands dyed red with henna, and red bangles rolled into her wrist. Authoress says that now Savita is a young girl. After some time, maybe after a few years, what will happen? This will dawn on her. This all things will come upon her. When she will come at the age of getting married, they will bring this custom to her. She will have to drap her head with red veil, means she has to cover her head with red veil. She has to put her hands, she has to get her hands dyed red with henna, mehndi, and she has to wear red bangles on her wrist to show that she is a bride. Bride means she is a dulhan. Bride, dulhan. Like the old woman beside her who became one many years ago. So the woman beside whom she is sitting, she is an old woman now, but Savita is young. And after few years, it says that before few years, this old woman also had gone through this stage. She still has bangles on her wrist, but no light in her eyes. This woman has got bangles on her wrist, but no light in her eyes. Blind. That woman says that, एक वक्त शेर भर खाना भी नहीं खाया. She says in a voice drained of joy. Now, this woman means that she has not enjoyed even one full meal in her entire life. That's what she has reaped. She says that in her full lifetime, she has not eaten one time of meal, that to full meal. Every time she must have eaten half meal or sometimes no meal. She says this, the old woman. Her husband, an old man with a flowing beard, says, I know nothing except bangles. Her husband says that he has got a flowing beard. He has got a very large beard, long beard. Her husband says he knows nothing except bangles, means he knows only how to make bangles. And also he says, all I have done is make a house for the family to live in. And he feels very proud because he has made a house for his family. Hearing him, one wonders if he has achieved what many have failed in their lifetime. He has a roof over his head. When people hear this old man, they wonder that this man has achieved which they are not able to, or this man, old man, has achieved something in his life which they have failed to achieve in their lifetime. That is, he has a roof over his head, means he has got a house, he has got a good house. Maybe he has his own house, and other people, they have a rented house. So when people hear this old man, when he says that he has brought a house for his family to live in, other people just wonder, they just imagine, they just think that they are not able to achieve this.